Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Please subscribe to this channel, share, like, as well as drop a comment on this comments on the comment section. So today we are going to be looking at the features of agricultural development program. Now, components of agricultural development program, according to Commercial Agricultural Development Projects 2013 are as follows. Number one, the farm and crop development component. This component was meant to introduce simple, improved agricultural practices and improved seeds, for basic food crops such as maize, sorghum, millet, rice, yam, cassava, groundnut, and cowpeas. Okay, through applied research, an improved extension system, and a more efficient system of input procurement and distribution were introduced. Okay, number two, we have civil works slash infrastructural development. Civil works, and also infrastructural development. Now, in the civil works and rural infrastructural components, all projects included, the provision of feeder roads, the construction of farmer service center, for input supply in the rural areas, and the establishment of projects offices and staff houses. Okay, number three is institutional support and training. The main institution building components, of the projects were directed at establishing or enhancing the capacity of the agricultural development programs themselves, to implement the development projects under the policy guidance and supervision of committee representing, state ministries. Now, provision were made, however, for the training of staff of local government areas, and all projects were to establish or strengthen the state-owned input supply companies, which would manage and service the farm services center. Okay, so number four is consultancies. Now, the agricultural development programs relied heavily on expatriate consultant support in executive functional, position at the beginning. Now, the rationale given for the unprecedented level of expatriate recruitment for the agricultural development programs was that the programs were large. Food production had to be increased quickly, and Nigerian professionals who could manage and implement such programs were either not available or could not be attracted into government service. However, this vi change, later, with the establishment of multi-state agricultural, and of course, development programs, which were managed by indigenous personnel. Now, we are going to be looking at the impact of agricultural development planning in Nigeria. What are the impacts? Number one, agricultural impact. Now, the project planned, to achieve production increase, likely through crop yield increases by the use of improved technology and increased production inputs. Now, the result of the trend analysis carried out on the area and yield data for the 1982 to 1991 for Bauchi, Kano, Sokoto, Ilorin, and Oyo, Oyo North agricultural development programs indicated that yields increase in millet, cassava, and cotton in the Bauchi State Agricultural Development, program, rice in Kaduna Agricultural Development programs, cassava in Ilorin Agricultural Development program, yam and cowpeas in Ondo Development programs. On the average yields have increased from all the major crops in Nigeria since inception of the agricultural development programs program compared to the period before the establishment of the ADP. Now, another one is infrastructure development impact. We have road, we have rural water supply, okay. We also have road and rural water supply. What does that mean? Now, for the roads, the roads which have been rehabilitated or newly constructed, through the agricultural development programs in rural areas in Nigeria constitute approximately 1/6 of the tertiary road network in the states or parts of the state concerned. Now, the program had significantly improved accessibility to large, areas of the respective states. So those are the things that is under the infrastructure development impact. We have roads, we have rural water supply. Now, under the rural water supply, we have the fact that the program was impressive and exceeded its target in most agricultural development programs by an impressive margin. Between 1991 and 1995, a total of 2.987.7 water points, that is head dams, tube wells, wash bores, and boreholes, were constructed. Okay. Now, number 3 is institutional development impact. Now, roads manpower develop under the institutional development impact. We have road manpower development. Okay, we have road manpower development and the rest. But what have I said so far? What I've said is that there are several impacts of the agricultural development programs in Nigeria, and I've talked about some of those impacts, and I also looked at the features of agricultural development programs in Nigeria. Okay, what is important is that the agricultural development programs, okay, actually were put in place for the purpose of actually increasing yields, okay, and improving the agricultural sector in the country, so that there will be food supply, you understand, so that to avoid food scarcity. That is actually the essence of agricultural development programs or development plans. Thank you very much.